Good morning. Today on Spotlight, get ready for two signature, uniquely Detroit community-minded events. The annual Detroit Jazz Festival in the heart of Michigan's largest city, and the 30th anniversary celebration of the Latino Press, which is based in Southwest Detroit. My guest, Chris Collins, President and Artistic Director of the Detroit Jazz Festival Foundation, and Elias Gutierrez, founder and publisher of Latino. It's Sunday, August the 13th. I'm Chuck Stokes, and this is Spotlight. Chris Collins, good seeing you again. So glad to have you back.
Thanks, Chuck. Good to be here, man.
All right, right around the corner, Labor Day weekend, the 44th Detroit Jazz Festival. I know you're ready. What kind of lineup we got this year?
You know, it's really exciting because, as always, we try to do new and different things that push the boundaries of jazz but embrace the history, legacy, and vocabulary. So our artist in residence this year is native Detroiter Kareem Riggins.
Okay.
And Kareem is known in the jazz world as a great drummer, and he's also known in the hip-hop world and the electronica world for all of that.
He mixes the two.
He really does, and it will be at a very sophisticated level because of who he is. He really knows both worlds. And then we've got a host of, Samara Joy is with us. We have...
That's a big catch, I mean,
yeah.
She's getting so much attention after having won the Grammy this year
Right.
for the best jazz vocalist. So everybody wants her, and you got her coming to Detroit. She's been here before because she was here back in...
That's right.
I guess towards the end of the winter. I know we saw her out at Christ Church, and she was also at Hartford Memorial Baptist Church. But that was a smaller setting. She's going to hit the big stage.
Oh, she's ready, boy. She's
Yeah.
going to kill it. And then, 3 of the 4 NEA Jazz Masters Awards this year went to Detroiters. So we have all 3. We have Kenny Garrett, Regina Carter, and the great legend Louis Hayes with us all at the festival. And that's a celebration of the great legacy of the city.
Well, I was going to emphasize that because great jazz artists have gotten that recognition from the NEA, but I can't remember a time when 3 Detroiters went in all at one time.
I'm pretty sure it's never happened before from any city. It's a pretty special thing. So we have a whole celebration. We've been doing Jazz Chat Lives, which are our online monthly program with each of the artists. We'll be talking to them at the festival, getting to know them more, and of course they'll all be performing as well. So it's a special time. And then, John Schofield is with us this year. Dee Dee Bridgewater's with us. Danilo and the Children of Light, Danilo Perez.
And Dee Dee Bridgewater, a Michigander.
That's right.
Yes.
And it's a real Detroit vibe this year with Kareem as artist in residence. And of course, we have a whole host of our hometown artists, these world-class artists that have chosen to live in Detroit. Marion Hayden and Rodney Whitaker. And we have international groups, too, from our exchanges. We have a group from Japan. We have the Global Connect group, which is from Italy, from the Milan area. So it's a true international festival, but with a real focus on current Detroit and past Detroit, and with Kareem and the Cats, the future of this music.
But this all started, when you think back to 1980 with Bob McCabe.
That's right.
But it's been through different transitions throughout that time. And this is the first year since the passing of Gretchen Valet.
Yeah.
You're going to do a tribute to her.
We are, and I often liken myself to a farmer, because farmers will tell you they don't own the land, they're just the caretaker. And everyone along the way from Bob forward, they've been caretakers of this marvelous institution. And I look at it very seriously. And when I met Gretchen Valet, she was the one who brought me in, and I stayed there because of her vision. It was so special. I once asked her what I could do for her. It was around Christmas time. I said, what am I going to buy for you? Let me take you out to dinner. What can we do? And she said, Chris, do 2 things for me. She said, keep the Jazz Festival free and keep it jazz. And she gave us this gift that saved the Detroit Jazz Festival Foundation about 15 or more years ago, when it was pretty much over.
I think that was around 2005.
Yep,
and
exactly.
She stepped in and put a big footprint and a big check down.
She did, although what is important, this year, especially post-COVID, I mean, expenses in production, and you know, we pay our artists very well. Everything is 3 times what it was. So you know, she's continued her contributions through the Gretchen Valade Endowment of the Arts and the great Valade family, and we have a number of beautiful corporate sponsors, and we have a lot of independent donors as well. We get grants every year, but you know, it's imperative in order to keep that vision intact and propagate it for your grandchildren and mine. We must continue to work really hard in the foundation to raise that big check. I mean, it's about $4.5 million every single year to keep it free. 300 and some odd stagehand workers.
And we should emphasize, we are the largest free jazz festival in the world.
In the world, and one of the premier festivals in the world. You're not going to get much better anywhere you go, and you know how much it would cost to go see these shows individually. It is, and it speaks to the generosity and the interest of the companies in Detroit to keep arts and culture alive in our community and keep it free. And this year, in fact, the presenting sponsor is the Dirty Dog Jazz Cafe, which is one of Gretchen's inventions, and it makes so much sense in this particular year. So
over on the east side, which you're from.
That's the east side, baby.
All right, we're going to sneak a little break in here. We'll hurry right back with more questions to Chris Collins. Don't go away. And welcome back to Spotlight, talking to Chris Collins. He is the president and the artistic director of the Detroit Jazz Festival Foundation. He's also an artist, for those of you who don't know, and I know a lot of you jazz buffs do know that. So he wears all these different hats simultaneously and is superb in all of them. And one thing you're doing is a 2023 Youth Jazz Vocal Competition.
Yes.
What's that?
Well, you know, everything we do all year feeds into and culminates at our signature event, the Detroit Jazz Festival. So you get a taste of it all there. But year round, my teams are working in the Detroit Public Schools. We have a special program there. We work with youth. We work with college and university students and provide them with unique opportunities and scholarships and things. And then we work with the people that have come through our youth programs when they get into their professional careers. So the Youth Jazz Vocal Competition I started a number of years ago when Willie McAllister, who was the Director of Fine Arts at DPS, said, Chris, I asked him what could we do, and he said, you know, you could really feel a need. There's a lot of great vocalists in this town because of the churches and the family histories. What could we do to support them? So we started this competition where the winner, the finalists appear all together. They each do a short set at the Dirty Dog Jazz Cafe with a professional rhythm section. And from there we pick a winner. The winner goes on, they win $2,000. They go to do a performance at the Detroit Jazz Festival. So this year, the winner being a young lady named Phoebe King, and she'll be performing on Saturday right after the Wayne State University band finishes, and she'll have an opportunity to show everybody her stuff. And I'll tell you, as I said, we track these people because we want to support them as much as we can. We've had Grammy-nominated artists come from the Youth Jazz Vocal Competition.
Wow.
And we've had...
and all they needed was an opportunity, because the talent is there.
That's it. What can you do? What, you know, all of us have to think about that, and the Jazz Festival Foundation takes it very seriously. What can we do to support artists at different stages of their life and career, and then when can we bring them back when they're big stars and share them with our Detroit community and the world?
Sure. One of the few good things that came out of the pandemic was it forced everybody to embrace streaming and to figure out a different way of delivering whatever product they were doing. That's something that you've kept with it while you're back in person, and everybody's kind of gotten over that hump, and people can't wait to get back outside, and they're doing it and they're traveling and all these things. But so many eyeballs hit the Detroit Jazz Festival of people who had never physically gone there before. So you've got the combination, right?
That's right. You know, we were lucky. Years ago, we received a grant, and I funneled it all towards streaming and virtual technology, because I knew it was coming, didn't know COVID was coming, but so when COVID hit in 2020, we were about the only jazz festival left in the world on in any way. We built 4 sound stages and did it all very safe, and we kept everyone employed, and we had this wonderful thing in the middle of COVID that reached out. So we continued that now, and it's a way of extending the freeness of the festival. We have, at our top metrics was close to 2 million documented viewers around the world.
That's
and that
a
adds
big number.
The 325,000 at the festival itself. So this year, if you go to DetroitJazzFest.org, you can view the raw streams and pick the stage you want to watch, or you can go to our YouTube channel, Facebook. We have what we call a companion stream, which is a continuous 40+ hours of programming from Friday, September 1st to Monday, September 5th, and it will provide for free. You just have to register so we know who you are, but it's all for free, and it allows everyone around the world to partake in the largest free jazz festival in the world.
All right, we need to sneak one more little pause for the calls. We'll come back and we'll talk about the future of jazz.
Ooh.
We'll be right back. Stay with us. What do you see as the future of jazz? Does jazz, in your mind, have a bright future?
It does, and the proof of that.
And I ask you this as the professor
Yes.
who teaches at Wayne State University. Put your professorial hat on for a moment.
You got it, because this is always a question people have about young people embracing this music, really embracing the history, legacy, and vocabulary, because it takes a lot of time to become a jazz musician. And I'm here to tell you whether we have the JC Hurt Jazz Week at Wayne is our summer program where we work with students and we work all the way down to middle school. And there is year after year a crop of new young folks that just fall in love with this music. I mean, in Detroit it's special because parents and grandparents are playing this music. They're hearing this music as part of their life, and they gravitate towards it. And many of them go on to be wonderful professional artists. Now, on the other side of the coin, the future of jazz, jazz is a living, breathing art. It changes every moment. It's about the moment, right? So when you're listening, you have to be in the moment. When you're playing, you must be in the moment. Harder than it sounds, of course. Modern musics of the day, the cultural musics from around the world that are impacting the jazz sound and the jazz language, the regionalism, all of that continually shapes and reshapes jazz. And we attempt to show you a glimpse of that future every year at the Detroit Jazz Festival, as well as embracing all the traditional music.
The Gretchen Ballade Center, and I'm not sure if I have the title exactly right, but the building that is going up there at Wayne State University, give people a peek of what that's going to be.
Yeah, the Gretchen C. Ballade Jazz Center, it has 2 venues. It's right on Cass and Hancock. We're in the middle of renovation now. The upstairs is the main hall. It's 350 seats, specifically acoustically as designed for jazz. Very few things like it in the world. And then the downstairs is a jazz club atmosphere, about 120 seats. You're going to think you're in a New York jazz club. You go down the stairs, you're down there. It's going to be called Dee Bridgewater's, by the way. And it'll be a very hip place to hang. And then the main hall will be a place where some of the most amazing jazz artists from around the world, as well as students and the wonderful Detroit artists, will perform.
With Gretchen Ballade now having passed, there are some out there who are going to say, okay, is the Jazz Festival going to be okay in this next transition?
No, it's a great question, and I will say that first and foremost, the Ballade family has been incredibly generous and supportive, and they know how important this was to Gretchen. So, the Gretchen C. Ballade Endowment for the Arts is a private foundation separate from Jazz Fest, and they fund many things out of that endowment, but Gretchen really wanted to see annual support for the Jazz Fest Foundation, with the understanding that myself and my team are going to work very hard to build on that to get to the kind of totals we need every year to run the festival.
Still going to do the impromptu jazz sessions throughout that weekend?
We are, in a very special way, with some of our international groups. Cream Riggins, Artists in Residence, will have a special night. But we're doing them this year, as we did last year. It was very successful at Cliff Bell's Jazz Club because it supports a club that keeps jazz alive all year round. It's right near the footprint in downtown Detroit, and everyone can gather in a jazz club and hang loose and just be cool about everything. That's what a jam session should feel like.
All right, Chris Collins, thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you,
Best
bro.
of luck. We'll see you Labor Day weekend, downtown Detroit Jazz Festival. There's nothing like it. Make sure that you pack it into your Labor Day weekend activities. And we'll be back with Elias Gutierrez of Latino Press right after this. Years ago, you immigrated here from Chile.
Chile, yes.
You took all kind of odd jobs,
Anything.
painting, landscaping,
everything.
Yeah, a little bit of everything. You didn't know blip about the publishing business.
Nothing.
But now, 30 years later, you've built a Hispanic publishing empire.
Well, immigrant, we do the same any immigrant do everything for survival first. And after the first 5 years, 10 years, I print in this paper for the community, but the community need information. The same me in this moment. This is why I start. And then after 7 years, not make any money. I do everything, landscape, printing everything. But at some point, the population, Hispanic population, grow up in the U.S., and then I can work in other things. So I put all my time in the paper, the chain, everything.
Sure. The paper, and you have both hard copy, you also have online.
Online, yeah. Digital, yeah.
And we'll talk about some of the other stuff you do in just a little bit. It's all in Spanish.
Sure.
But that makes sense for an immigrant population that has come to the United States and that is growing by leaps and bounds.
Yeah, the same when I come in 30 years ago, or 32 years ago. Right now, immigrant coming, don't speak in Spanish, they need information. So this is why we do in Spanish all the time, print in Spanish, online, and print. And we have an additional directory for information for all numbers for emergency doctor, government office.
And that's a yearly directory. You update it every year, correct?
Yes, every year.
All right,
Yeah.
so you got the 2023
So
out.
this is why we still do it in printing, but I know many other papers don't print anymore, only online. But in my case, I had issue when people call me, why don't you copy the paper?
30 years since then, you're about to celebrate your 30th anniversary.
Yes.
You're going to do it in style at the Detroit Institute of Arts.
Yes.
What will that program consist of?
Thank you for this client. Thank you for the community. Thank you for the leader. Thank you for the media. But I received a lot of support in 30 years for many, many people. They understand this is necessary. It's not a job, but it's hobby for me now. It's necessary for the community.
Right. Well, you've used Latino
Yes.
as an arm to serve the community,
Sure.
and vice versa. It has helped to serve you and help to grow small businesses
Exactly.
throughout Detroit and even throughout Michigan. You're on one of the governor's council. I think it was the Office of Global Michigan.
Yeah.
So you have some influence with the movers and shakers there in Lansing as well. When you meet with organizations and people of that influence, what is it you're telling them that the Hispanic culture needs here?
Small business, people coming immigrants, they have issues for working in any place for language first. Second, they want to do something, but they come into this country, they look new opportunity. So they start a business, start with make tacos in the house, and then this taco, renting a taco truck, and then go store. So
Very entrepreneurial.
yes, so it's many the same. So in my view is teach these people how is the law, how you understand make a business, how, and then a small business, how SBA support you or bank, which bank is better for you. Business is different for different level. So this is our job, and a typical our job now in the community, support this small business. But this small business support the community.
Sure, sure. And small businesses,
Yeah.
without a doubt, are the backbone
Exactly.
of America's economy.
Exactly, yeah, exactly.
How, what's the population, Hispanic population of the U.S. now, roughly?
65 million. Now it's the first minority.
Wow. Okay.
I know.
So it's growing and growing fast. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where do you see Latino going in the next 20,
Next
30
level.
years? What's it?
I tried thinking this year that, but I'm 70 years old now. So I think, I don't know, 10 years more. I don't know what happened.
All right, we'll make it 10 years.
I continue on now.
Another thing that you do, you're in a old historic building in Southwest Detroit.
Sure.
You had the top level that you put the Latino press in. The downstairs, you eventually refurbished that,
Yes.
and that's an incubator, correct?
Exactly,
Or
yeah.
Grow other businesses?
Yes, we try teach. We make a seminar in the building, seminar for small businesses. Also in the end of the year, we give food boxes for 300 family around every year. We make a big baby shower for new mom, so we got gift. So we do many things, community events, additional for incubator, small business, new people coming to my office, say, we don't have a place for work. Can I use the conference room? Can I use the internet? For sure. So
And it can be all types of businesses. It doesn't, not just the
Exactly.
publishing business.
No.
Exactly.
Any business, any business.
And I've heard that the Mother's Day New Mothers event that
I
you
know.
do
Yes, very nice.
is off the hook. That
So
it is
beautiful. This is so
super,
beautiful.
super popular.
So beautiful. When you saw 50 mom pregnant, so beautiful. They so happy. We make my team and make some really nice event. This mother don't want to go, but everybody feeling something, energy.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Well, you're doing a fabulous job. We appreciate you coming in, sharing this
you
information with us. Once again, you got the 30th anniversary. What's the date?
September the 7th.
All right. So
The
it's,
VA.
so it's around the corner. Tickets still available if people are interested in
yes,
coming?
couple.
All right. All right.
People call now.
If they but they better call fast.
Yes.
All right. They can just go to your website.
Yes. Website and send a website, send an email us or call us, and we send a link and Everbright. So
All right. We'll put information on the screen as well.
Okay, not a
All
problem.
right.
I sent to you.
Elias Gutierrez, always
you,
good
sir.
talking with you, and congratulations.
thank you, sir.
And I'm Chuck Stokes. We'll be back next week with more newsmakers in the spotlight. We hope you have a great week.